Hello, Bookworms. Welcome to the Weekend Readers Book Club. Thank you for joining us. In this episode, we are discussing the 2014 release novel by Chuck Palahnick entitled Beautiful You. This book is about a lady named Penny. Now, Penny's just an ordinary female. She works her 9 to 5, well, more than 9 to 5 because she works at a firm, and she has a chance meeting with one of the richest men in the world, Mr. C.L. Maxwell, aka Climaxwell, because Mr. Maxwell is somewhat a playboy and has a string of relationships with the very, very famous and gorgeous people from all around the world. Their chance meeting turns into a relationship, and this book covers off their chance meeting, their relationship, them ending their relationship, and everything in between. Now, when I say everything in between, I mean everything in between, because Mr. Maxwell is creating a new sex toy with Penny's help, be it reluctantly, I guess, where they find that the result of the sex toy is extremely popular, and every female in the world wants to have this sex toy, and when she uses it, that's all she ever does, is just use this sex toy. And as a result of that, every man on the planet is no longer needed. Now, that's the overall arching of the story with this, and I find this book hard to explain, similar to when I was doing Dark Matter, where I just emphasized that it was about parallel universes, solely because you had to read the book to get more and more understanding of different parallel universes and how they interacted. With this book itself, the overall story is Mr. Maxwell creates a sex toy that females love all around the world, and males are no longer required. But the story also goes into depth in relation to the impact that has on everybody's household. In addition to this, I'm going to throw in there's a little bit of mind control in this book, and a hell of a lot of nanorobots. Yes, nanorobots taking over female bodies. Now, you may have listened to those last 2 minutes and thought, what a batshit crazy story. And you would be correct. This book has everything. It has love, it has lost, it has a woman scorned, it has robots, it has sex toys, it has how you can even throw in a sex shaman, I'm going to say shaman, a sexual god or being that it teaches everybody the way on how to enlighten and get enlightened via sex. It is an absolutely crazy, bonkers story. Now, what I liked about this book is absolutely everything. From the subject matter to the story to everything in between. It was great. I found it hard to put this book down. The book starts off with a bang, and then it takes you back to the periods leading up to when they first meet, and then it brings you full circle to the point where the book started, and then it carries on. It's actually really well done, because that first chapter or so, you're like, what am I reading? What has gone on here? And then it takes you back, and then you experience it as you go along. The book itself is very easy to read, as I said. And is there anything in this book that I didn't like? No, I absolutely love this book. This book is bonkers, and I enjoyed it start to finish. Now, knowing that I absolutely love this book, the question to ask is, will this book go on my bookshelf? And the answer is yes, it will. It will sit next to dark matter in relation to a book where if I just want a little bit of craziness to read and just to expand my mind a bit with a story, this will be one of these ones that I grab off the shelf and reread again. Now, as always, you can make your own decision on whether or not you would like to read, and if you do read, if you did enjoy or will enjoy Beautiful You by Chuck Palahnick, we have enclosed our links in our bio below where you can pick up the book via Amazon, be it Kindle, audiobook, or via paper format. Feel free to use those today and give the book a whirl. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope if you pick this book up too, you too thoroughly enjoy it as well, and we'll come back and reread it later on. So, as one book closes, another book has to open. It is time now to find out what the weekend readers, the next readers. The next read is brought to you by the Heritage Film Club podcast. It's 4 guys sitting around discussing movies. Every fortnight they come together and discuss a new movie that one of the group has chosen the club to watch. The Heritage Film Club podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts from. Bookworms, we can confirm that the weekend readers' the next read is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. I picked this book up at a book sale. The content sounded interesting, so I'm going to give it a whirl and see how we get on. Hopefully it will be a good read and it will make for a good episode next time. So that's our episode and discussion for the book Beautiful You by Chuck Palahnick. A very interesting book indeed. Very interesting subject matter. If you are reading along with us and you wish to engage us, feel free to do so. We're on Instagram, Weekend Readers Book Club. We're also on YouTube, The Weekend Readers. Until next time, thanks again for joining us, and bookworms, happy reading.